Hello everybody and welcome back to the Anne of Green Gables anime. So yeah, now that Anne has finally made her first real friend of her age, now it's time to play. So basically everybody, continuing on from what happened previously, we're going to spend an entire episode of just Anne and Diana bonding and playing. So that should be fun. 3, 2, 1, click. In the meantime, a small correction, by the way. Well, not correction, more like something that I forgot to say at the end of the previous episode. Not the previous episode, episode 8, sorry, that I actually missed. Basically, in the book, what happens is Marilla scolds Anne for not being in her best behavior at Sunday school, and that's it, basically. However, the whole thing with the abandonment issues plus that touching hug and between Anne and the Cuthberts, that was another Takahata edition, and again another brilliant addition, might I add.
Anyway,
yeah, it's still intro. So go ahead if you want to say something.
Anne plans with a best friend. Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Jova, but there's no aliens in this anime.
No,
space, probably.
Joe. I'm referring to my latest plan, technique, and strategy to take over the world.
So what else is new?
Maybe this time is not with conventional ways.
I will be known as Empress Anne.
With an E to make it
Well,
extra evil.
Well, technically, Dwebs, she wants to be Lady Cordelia, aka a very refined queen. So yeah.
How about Resberg?
Ha 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 ha. I see what you...
That's terrible.
Jesus.
Do you have a blink child?
No, she doesn't.
She'll forget to do it, won't she? If I haven't heard her.
Did she tell you about the bridge to Terabithia as well?
No, Jova. Anne has a much more creative and enjoyable imagination.
Please get out, I want some peace.
Alright, this is another character we're also going to get introduced, which is kind of important because she's going to be important in a later episode in a moment. Because Diana actually has a younger sister. A little girl called Minnie May.
Appointment.
As someone who has a younger brother, I can relate to this actually.
I've been the younger brother in terms of the family, so yeah.
I have a younger brother, and yeah.
I have a younger sister, and yeah. We've all been there, haven't we?
Well, in my case, I was the one being the asshole.
Joe, that's your job as the younger brother anyway, like we've already established. I love Marilla's line right now.
Marilla, you've been with her for how long now to know the answer to that?
Please pick those up and get off the bridge.
To be fair,
Seriously.
Please.
also wait, what's wrong, Shiro? I don't get.
We're just begging to be
That's
turned
kind of
off.
by the edge of the bridge, and
The Darwin, again, prime candidates for the Darwin Awards.
please just get off the bridge.
Also, Morella. Well, when you consider her background, yeah, a girl who growing up like that cannot really be what you usually call normal.
Oh, that's why she's waiting on the bridge.
Yeah, because basically, sure, this bridge is going to be very prominent because it's the halfway point between both of their houses, so they tend to meet there.
Symbolism.
Yes, very good, Jova.
Oh. Call the police.
I'm gonna ditch her.
Oh my god, her head turns 180 degrees! Jesus Christ! Something's very wrong with that girl.
She's a little sister.
No, I was talking about the one who can literally move her neck like she's an owl.
How the exorcist neck snap. Sometimes that kind of animation stuff happens.
This is an interesting origin story for Wonder Woman. Tell me more, Diana.
Run.
Busted.
Take her with you.
Wow. And he's surprisingly chill about the event.
Well, remember, Teo, she's very used to taking care of little children.
And
That is
heck,
actually true.
Yeah,
Right.
and heck, who knows? Maybe she's been in the girls' shoes, being left out anyway.
she's very for her. Remember, Teo, for her age, she's very patient regarding children because, well, she was forced to.
Again, like I said, maybe she empathizes with the girl.
Lucy makes excellent use of Anne's characteristics too.
Mm-hmm. She's a literal potato. Look at her.
I know,
I
right?
actually really love her design. She looks adorable.
Yeah.
Just going along with it.
Yes.
Works every time.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. It's an important item for your quest.
It's a Chaos Emerald.
I don't think it's the Chaos Emerald.
No, a Chaos Emerald. Remember the 7 of
It's not the damn fourth Chaos Emerald. Maybe it's under your... Oh.
Oh, it's a shard of glass. Oh no, actually porcelain. Okay. Just watch out of not getting cut yourself with that.
Yeah.
Especially broken glass that's been left out in the dirt like that.
Especially in this age where tetanus is very rampant.
Oh my god, this is becoming Bridge to Terabithia.
In a bit, I guess, yeah. I can see what you mean.
So yeah, and Diana's gonna take her to a special place that she usually goes to.
I caught my happy place. And then it starts raining.
And has a very knack for names.
The end.
Actually, no, we cut back through sometime later.
I'm guessing maybe that was for a commercial break in the original airing.
Also, you probably to showcase the passage of time.
That too. Alright, now we're playing House.
Or they're playing House Medical Doctor on the DS.
No, an actual house. An actual house.
And no, Dibs, it's not even the setup for a knock-knock joke.
So this is pretty much just a playtime episode.
Pretty much.
Yep.
It's all about downtime, watching these two characters interact and see their relationship blossom.
Oh.
Oh, I thought the twist was going to be, but she didn't do it properly, and
When they say bad things are going to happen in this show, probably not that.
because I
Also,
don't
someone
know,
applied that violet filter. Like,
because I don't know. While I haven't,
oh,
I
actually,
haven't,
we actually did. Sorry, my bad.
because while I haven't seen Madoka Magica yet, I have seen enough anime to know that these really cutesy scenes are soon followed up by death.
Again,
Well-
Dibs, this is not meant to be a deconstruction or anything.
Not to mention, Dibs, what you're watching is a Canadian written story. It's just animated in Japan, so you don't expect your typical anime trappings.
Well, you never know. Maybe Canada might have had stories like that.
I think you've just been conditioned.
And to be fair, it's not exclusive to anime.
Okay.
They're playing pretend too.
Sure, I know.
Let's play pretend hurt ourselves.
Here, Diana will show how you do it without hurting your bum.
You're very dramatic, aren't you?
You've only just now realized
Well,
that.
well, it wouldn't be very fun pretend if we weren't theatrical about it.
That's what she said, indeed. Hello, Thumper.
Goodbye.
In this case, the Jove would be well, that's not a white rabbit though.
Thumper's granddad or something.
It's more okay. It's a bit too chubby
Yeah,
to
there
be
you
a
go.
hair.
It's not a white rabbit though, but yeah, it reminds them of Alice in Wonderland.
Having the actual illustration on the book being animated for the occasion is a nice touch. You're too young to be in the right condition to read a book, sweetie.
Spoilers, it gets overtaken by some fella named Johnny Depp.
Well, no, that's we're talking about the actual book as written by Lewis Carroll, not the crappy Tim Burton fanfic.
Followed by the apparently even crappier fanfic, not by Tim Burton, somehow.
I love the music that plays in this scene.
They are. I was just going to say, what music? Sound of Nature?
Blink, girl, blink!
There you go. She just blinked. She
There you
just
go.
she just did.
I get it. Yeah, it's mostly like an accident. They just thought it was okay to leave, but again, a lot of times Anne just looking at things gives this like blank stare that can come across a bit creepy.
It's weird because nobody else's stairs looks like hers.
So what you're saying, Jova, is that child doesn't seem entirely normal.
Again, more like quoting Hank Hill, that girl ain't right.
I guess Marilla's got. I guess Marilla's kind of got a point then.
Like I said, it was kind of obvious for how long she's been with her.
Like Dr. House says, being normal is overrated.
Oh. Oh.
All your problems, eh? Ho, ho, ho. This is going to make life quite interesting for the two of you. Ah, God, that stare.
Do you think it's because her eyes are so big?
I
Probably.
swear, every time Anne stares, well, anytime she stares in general, it somehow manages to look creepy no matter what.
Oh no, she's actually blinking a lot more frequently right now in this scene.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
she heard me.
didn't I make a didn't I kind of make a horror show joke earlier?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
There you are, Jover. There's your answer. The Allegory Gables, because she doesn't blink and stares at people a lot, is secretly a horror.
Hmm.
Don't worry,
You know,
Joe.
she
No,
could.
don't worry, Joe, but she's gonna blink a lot more and definitely make less creepy expressions in the next episode, as you're about to see in the
That-
preview.
Tragedy's going to occur, isn't it?
Well,
We
Well-
just need to understand the degree.
okay. Maybe calling it tragedy is a bit too strong a word. More like there's gonna be some unfortunate events.
What Canto laugh?
No, not those kinds of unfortunate events.
Ah,
I think I remember this song.
Oh yeah, it's a.
I know it's like a popular song or anything, but you have to understand things from my
Green
perspective,
Flames.
Jova. You have to understand things from my perspective, Jova. Foreign songs like these are not super commonly taught for children. I
believe
think I
it's
remember this one.
I believe it's Green Sleeves. Imagine there's an episode where the bridge breaks between the two houses, showcasing
and then
the
they
bridge.
never
is not
saw each
Kingdom
other
Hearts.
again.
No, Takahata's symbolism is not that on the nose, Joe. You don't have to worry about that. Anyway,
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh.
boy.
Join us for the next episode. Anne is sad again.
Because of Fever Landering.
alright.
Going to be a mystery.
Alright, everybody. In the next episode, we're going to have a two-part, or in the case of the book, a two-chapter storyline involving Marilla's brooch being gone after Anne took it without permission, And yeah, that's kind of a problem. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. For now, again, it's to answer your question. Again, remember, it's a slice of life show, and this is typical slice of life. Like it's very important though, because again, it's important to establish the friendship between these two and make it very clear and palpable, so that later, when possible conflict arises, it will actually be impactful as a result. So again, purposeful. And there's nothing that Lucy wrote in this book that was without purpose, I assure you. Everything pays off in some way. And that's about it for me, really. Book trivia-wise, this is actually interesting, because book-wise, right now, we're in the middle of a chapter, because technically the brooch thing starts happening in one of the final paragraphs of the current chapter we're in. But don't worry, we're still going to go for the entire book anyway. It's just that, sometimes we don't do the whole... Each episode is just one chapter thing, because sometimes it helps. Again, I get the feeling the reason we had an extra scene involving the exploring Anne's abandonment issues that were not at all used in the book is because Takahata probably finished adapting the current chapter of Sunday School. Oh, we still have like 3 minutes left.
What do we do?
and then Takahata and then Takahata probably went to the writing board and thought, okay, what other thing can I do to flesh out the things a bit more? Okay, hold on. Episode 4. In episode 4 we established that those two women abandoned her and she's had a latch out. Why don't we make some kind of payoff? And then he thought of maybe having that scene where Anne is still fearful that Morel is just going to abandon her like the other two women did. So we have a nice little scene involving exploring that. So again, Takahata's doing things with a lot. You can tell Takahata is a huge fan of the source material as well, because everything he does is made with a lot of respect, care, and purpose. But anyway, all right, that's it for the episode 10. Shiroi.
It's cute. And that's it.
Okay. After Shiroi's incredibly detailed analysis, Dwibs.
I liked it.
Very good. And now that Dwibs finishes incredibly detailed analysis, Theo, what's your detailed analysis?
Well, it's fine. Again, not much that I can say about this one, because at the end of the day, it's basically these two having, a day where they play, and everything. So it's more about enjoying the moment rather than anything. But it's okay. It's all right. Again, the only thing that made it prevent you is still like the slow pace. But if you're used to, products that are similar to this, it's not gonna be that much different. Next,
Jova.
It's cute. I liked it.
Very good. Okay, everybody. As for me, it's a really nice, sweet slice of life moment where, again, the slow pace makes good use of just having these two characters interact. Again, Jova, like going back to that thing that I told you about in previous episodes, whenever this is exactly the kind of thing that this is exactly because of this kind of thing that I complain about the relationship between Renoa and Squall in Final Fantasy VIII, because if we had more downtime with them actually interacting and bonding in not in love type ways, like at least have some kind of interaction that don't involve Squall brushing her every time she does something dumb, like the whole thing during that night that Renoa almost killed him, as you yourself joked about. If we had maybe some nice bonding time between those two, maybe I would buy the romance a bit more now, wouldn't I? So basically,
I've actually done some research. Apparently, part of why it does come off like that was because of the botched localization, because apparently what they actually did mean is for them to come off more amicable as opposed to him coming off as stoic, because Squall is apparently better fleshed out in the original Japanese version, but unfortunately the way it translated out in the localization just had him come off as a stoic introvert who just says whatever the whole time. Like, he didn't say whatever the whole time in the original Japanese dialect, from what I've been able to garner.
Well, unfortunately, Square has yet to retranslate that game, which is weird because they have retranslated games like 6 and 5. So I'm guessing Kitase is happy, because Kitase was the producer of the remaster. So I'm guessing Kitase is happy with the current translation, because because they could have easily retranslated the remaster like they did before with other re-releases.
Also, they believe it's too iconic to actually change it, or at least in a drastic way. Probably the same reason why even current editions of Final Fantasy VII are not multi-file and still keep just the English version language. But anyway,
everybody, tune in next time for Anne loses the amethyst brush. Based on which is an adaptation of the chapter Anne loses the amethyst brooch. So
see ya.
See ya.
See ya.